So, what do I trust in? I am learning. Of course, it is a continuum. I don't wake up every morning and go, Divine Will, I'm yours. Do with me as you please. No, because Divine Will is working through me in this human body, and this human body ain't there yet, you know? Um, I do every morning do a little prayer that says, I bring a smile to this day. I have 24 hours in front of me. I wish to live it as deeply as I possibly can and to feel compassion for all of those around me. I do say that. All right, so what do I trust? I definitely trust my creative process. Yes. I trust that I'm learning to trust that all of the experiences that I have on a day to day basis are teaching me about myself. That's a big trust. And that is a big, that's a gigantic contemplation, right? What about today has told you something about yourself, you know? And I find that incredibly exciting. So I'm trusting that as well. Okay, so part of me sitting here going, okay, what do I trust is what do I still not trust? That's a really good question. Part of me just wants to sit and revel in all the things I'm trusting in because I've spent so much of my life thinking that I don't trust because I think because I'm somewhat of a doubter. So part of me believes that there's this a huge part of me, by the way, this huge spiritual field that goes on for infinity that I'm just a small part of. And part of me has just doubted that and not wanted to connect with that. So that's where there's a mistrust involved. And yet, if I look at my behaviors and the way that I am living my life, that mistrust has dissolved a lot. I think we probably should talk a little bit about trusting people because, when we talk about trust, a lot of times that's the first thing comes up. Well, I don't trust everybody. I'm not going to trust everybody. But once again, if everything that you encounter in your day-to-day life is teaching you about yourself, then all those people out there are doing is teaching you about yourself. Do you trust yourself enough to trust what they're telling you? I am not a proponent of going out and just blabbing out to everybody you see who you are and what you are. And oh yeah, I do videos on YouTube all about going into your inner self and being vulnerable, and I cry on there and we laugh and stuff. Hell no. That's not trust. That's boundaries. And I trust my boundaries. So that's where the trust is in that one. Okay. So things to contemplate, right? I was going to go one other place. Where was I going to go? There's something has been presented to me that I think is involved with trust. And let me just share it and we'll see if it has to do with trust. All right, let's go to my artwork. That's the easy place to start. When I do an art journal page, I do it totally for me. I do it for the creative process. I do it for the joy of putting together things, elements in a pleasing way that is using all of my skills of positive and negative space, and what colors are calling to me that day, and what shapes and what words, and what might be happening in my inner life that wants to be expressed in this art journal page. Okay, that's absolutely an experience for me. My own personal joy of putting together an art journal page, period. Then there's an extra push within me to want to share that to the universe. And I do that through Instagram. So I share it in photographs, 2 or 3 photographs of the page with a few words about the page, and it goes out to the universe. Over the years, I have recognized that whatever people say and however they receive it is their business. The actual creative act was enough for me. And then, well, actually it wasn't quite. The creative act was enough for me, and then for some reason I need to share. So that sharing then was enough for me. And sometimes I get comments, sometimes I don't. And in truth, I no longer care whether I do or not. Okay? People who see it, who need to see it, see it. And it's wonderful. I used to go, being in this group that I was in, Get Messy, I used to go and comment on everybody else's artwork so that they would comment on mine. I thought I needed that. No, I don't. Because that's a false comment. When people are commenting back because they feel obligated to comment because you commented on theirs. And then I felt obligated to comment on theirs. And you know what? That to me was all very false. And so I don't do that anymore. If I see something I really am moved by, hell yeah, I'm going to comment. But I don't comment for comment's sake. So that's that creative process. Now my creativity is moving into these videos, right? Let's do that on tomorrow's video. Yeah. I don't even know how these have divided up, but that's enough for today.